everyone, what's up and welcome back to the Mama's Review. So today I want to talk about how to get your kid, toddler, to stay in their big boy bed. So let's get started. So the honeymoon is officially over. Jacob is in his toddler bed, and I think the last time I talked about it, I was like, oh, he's doing so good. He stays in his bed every night. He never gets out. You know, I only had to tell him once that he had to stay in bed, and he's done it this whole time. Well, that's over. He gets out of bed constantly. So, what kind of started happening is he realized he could get out of bed, and then he wanted out of bed. And then I would put him back in bed, he would get out of bed, I'd put him back in bed, he'd get out of bed, and it was just a repetitive cycle. And actually now he has started to kind of wait until he goes to bed to go poop. And so he's been pooping in his pull-ups at night. And I will do a separate video on that. But basically now I'm having to take him all the way out of bed, change him and all that sort of stuff, and get him back into bed. So, last night was a good night, and I'm hoping tonight is a good night, but I just kind of wanted to share kind of what we were doing to sort of help him, because it is slowly getting better. It's just a work in progress. Because kids, they change. As soon as you think you have it all figured out, they totally flip on you. So one thing that I will say is definitely being consistent with how you put them to bed. Now, summer can make it a little bit difficult because their routine is totally off. They're going to bed at different times every night, or at least Jacob was. And so for us, I found that, you know, being a little bit more in routine with him this last week has definitely started to help. What I would say is, yes, definitely get on a routine with them. Another thing is make sure they have everything before they go to bed. Are they needing a glass of water? Are they needing to go potty? All of that sort of stuff. That will help. Another thing is just continuing to tell them, we don't get out of bed, we stay in bed. Do not get out of bed, Jacob. Mommy loves you, you have a good sleep. Unless you absolutely need something like to go potty or something, you have to stay in bed. And just repeating that over and over and over again every time you put them to sleep. That is definitely something that will get drilled into their mind and they will eventually pick up on. Another thing that I really will say that will help is making sure that you stay calm through the whole thing. So it is very easy to get frustrated if you are 45 minutes in and they have not went to sleep yet. There has been times where I've put Jacob to bed at 8 o'clock and he is up at 9:30, still getting out of his bed. So trying your best to take those breaths, stay calm, and just work on putting him back into bed. Another thing that I kind of found that really helped Jacob is if he would come out, I would give him, you know, a minute of cuddling, not in his room, outside of his room, whether I was in the living room or in the kitchen or whatever I was doing, I'd give him a little cuddle. Then I make it his sort of idea to go back to bed. I'll say, are you tired? Should we go to bed? He'll nod yes, and I say, okay, mommy loves you. You go lay down. I give him a smooch while we're still like in the kitchen or living room or wherever I am. I set him down so he can walk back to his room. And I let him actually physically go and lay back in his room. And that really helps. This kind of started with him just wanting to open up his door, and then I would go shut his door and he'd open his door and I'd go shut his door. And so I started to just let him have his door propped open a bit. And that's kind of helped as well. So just the little things, keep trying a few different things, but consistency is one. Trying to stay very calm, cool, collective is another, and making sure that they have everything they need before they go to sleep. So keeping that in mind, try those things. I hope that they help. I want you to know if you are clicking on this video to watch it, I am right in the thick of it with you. But these things have definitely been helping. And just remember to give yourself time, give your child time, because the more patience you have with it and the more time that you spend sort of just trying to get things figured out and worked out without changing the routine that you're doing, the easier it's gonna get for everybody and the more they're gonna feel comfortable with it. So anyway guys, I hope this video helped. Go ahead and give it a big thumbs up if it did, and comment down below and let me know some of the tips and tricks that you have with your little ones. Thanks so much for watching guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.